It'll be one to go this time by. Coming to the green, buddy, coming to the green. Let's go get him. Go, 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 go.
Get your motor running. Head out on the highway.
For a question for Chad, go ahead.
David Poole, Star Observer. Chad, with 50-some laps left, there's a caution flag, and all season long track position has been so important. And you're in the position where that frequently becomes a no-win situation. If you're the leader, you come in and everybody stays out. You came in, everybody came in with you. Talk about making that call, because I mean, as a second guesser who gets paid to do that, I'm sitting up here going, well, there's no way I'm coming in here, and next thing you know, you're all coming down pit road. So I mean, to me, that was just sort of went against the grain of this season and the recent trends. Talk about that decision.
Well, I think if you looked at the pace of the race, how the speeds had declined, and then you had to realize that we pitted on lap 388. So with 50 laps to go at that point, everybody had, no, it wasn't 388, that's a lie, but we had about 50 laps on our tires. And at that point, 50 laps on a set of tires is an awful lot. There were only 16 cars on the lead lap at that point, so if we had pitted, 5 guys had stayed out on old tires, we got 4 fresh tires, we would have beat those guys in the next, however many laps were left. So everybody on pit road realizes that. I think the 17 stayed out, and he wasn't able to hang on very well. I don't know where he ended up, but he fell back pretty quickly. So you just have to pay attention to that. We lost a race here in 2003 in the fall. We were leading the race. There was 45 laps to go. Caution came out, and we stayed out, and everybody else, the top 20 cars behind us, came down pit road, and I think we ended up third. So a little bit of lesson learned there maybe.
Another question for Chad in the press box. Go ahead.
Chad, this is Dustin Long, Landmark Newspapers. You talk of just continually pushing yourself and racing your competition. For someone like you who's been in the sport as long as you have, how much, in a way, and maybe even in an indirect way, are you chasing history?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we're chasing. We're running like hell. I don't know what we're chasing. But we're chasing something, We've got a great opportunity to do a lot of things. I feel like that we and myself probably primarily gave away 2 championships in 2004 and 2005, and I feel like that we had a big learning curve at that point, and I'd like to somehow get those championships back. So, if we can go on to win a couple more championships, maybe it'll be status quo and I can fall over and die, because that's probably what's going to happen when I finally quit.
He's also very hard on himself.
Any other questions for Chad? Got one right here in the back.
Mike Neff from FrontStretch.com. Chad, do you ever have fun? I mean, I'm just curious. You're so driven on this thing. Do you sit back on Monday morning or something and actually just grin and realize you came out here and just whipped everybody's butt?
I love it. I mean, this is
fun for him. Today was
fun.
That's what it all boils down to for him. He'll be miserable again tomorrow. This is happy. This is good.
You have to realize I love racing, and it's like the old saying says, find an occupation that you enjoy and you'll never work a day in your life. And every day when I go into Hendrick Motorsports and I look at the big beautiful buildings and realize the driver that I've got and the teammates that we've got, it's awesome. And I want to prove it to everybody that we can do what needs to be done. And I owe it to Rick and I owe it to Jimmie and the rest of the team to give it everything I've got. Whether that means I'm grouchy from time to time or whatever, but that's just the way it is, man.
Other questions for Chad upstairs? Okay, I think we're clear upstairs. Chad, you're clear down here. Congratulations. We appreciate it. Now let's go back to Jimmie Johnson. Who's got questions for Jimmie Johnson? We'll come back downstairs. We'll take one downstairs and then go back up. Go ahead.
Gary Graves, USA Today. Jimmie, you're talking about complacency, but I mean, looking back last year, this started your four-race winning streak that clinched the championship. You're going back to these tracks. You have multiple wins on several of them. I mean, how can you not be fairly confident going into those?
I'm
overconfident.
Overconfident would be a mistake. That's the thing that we really want to focus on not doing. We need to carry this momentum and have it work in the right direction for us. We need to be confident in what we're doing and in the equipment we're taking to the track, but we can't be cocky. Cocky, we're going to get our hand slammed in the door. It's just not what we're about, not how we operate right. So we're going to go in with plenty of confidence. We feel very good about what we're doing and where we're at right now, but the hungrier we can stay, to go out and run and have performances like we did this weekend, that's what's going to make this thing right. And that's how we would want to win a championship. So, perfect world is do it 2 or 3 more times and lock it up and just go to Homestead and hang out. I mean, that'd be the perfect world. Is that going to happen? Doubt it. And I'm not preparing for it. But we're striving for that. We want to win out. We want to win and do all that we can. But the garage area is awfully damn tough to beat.
Go upstairs for 3 questions for Jimmie. Go ahead.
Jimmie, it's Bob Margolis with Yahoo Sports. Jimmie, we're all going to write a lot of words about how good your team is and how good you were today. But before you came in, Dale and Carl were talking about how good you are and how good your team is. What does that mean to you when your peers are the ones that are standing in line and waving the banners and saying how good you are?
That truthfully means more to me than anything. And trophies are great. All the different markers that we have out there that show that you've been successful, they're all great. But when you walk through that garage area and I might not know the guy's name, it's a crew member on the 83 team or wherever it may be. You see people and you can tell that they respect you and respect what you've done. There's nothing that feels better. And then to have competitors that I've raced with over the years, it's not easy being competitors and also respecting someone and admitting those things from time to time. I've been through it myself, but that means more to me than anything to hear that those drivers have said those things. And I remember after winning the championship in '06, walking into the garage area in Daytona, and guys I never met before and knew on other teams just shake my hand and say, "Hey, congratulations! You won your championship. You've done a great job." That stuff. That means more to me than anything. It really does.
Stay upstairs. Another question. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jimmie, it's Kenny Bruce with NASCAR Scene. We always hear competitors say that it's harder to stay on top once you get there. Based on your recent success, your team seems to be disproving that theory. Having trailed in the points for much of the year, which was more difficult, getting to the top or maintaining that position through the chase?
Truthfully, getting back in championship form was the hardest thing for us. We got off to a start that we weren't accustomed to, start of the season, and we're lost with the car for a long period of time. So that was really frustrating to experience that stuff. But at the same time, I think it made our team stronger, made the relationship stronger inside the team, and it makes me really proud today to be where we're at, knowing that we flat out sucked at the start of the season. There were times where we were terrible. So to fight through that is a lot of fun. And I could say for the first time in my career, I feel more comfortable in this position in leading and being on top than I ever have. And I think that comes from experience and also just being confident in my race team and what we're doing. And if you look at other pro athletes, there are a few that can do it and can stay on top. And we all want to be that guy. And hopefully I can do it. I'm trying, doing all that I can, and I know my team is. But you watch somebody like Tiger Woods, Lance Armstrong. I know you go through guys that have just dominated year after year. I mean, it's out there. Some people can do it, and I'd love to be that guy in NASCAR racing.